We're 20,000 leagues under the sea. Welcome to the Atlantis. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our Antonio Tarver. Of course, you remember him for what he did to Roy Jones Jr. He is the former multi-time light Roy Jones Jr.
This bout,
and this one has all of. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. This is a high-octane battle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. Counter punch. When you're fighting a counter puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dominate a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
So much firepower here. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. Which fighter will say no mas? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Tarver in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep...
just take the round up.
Here we go for round two. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Beautiful counter punch. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Holding nothing back here in the round. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Nice counter. When are we going to see a jab from these two? A perfect counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk talk about Tarver in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Find your jab basics, get your rhythm back, then we go again.
Take him out. He's ready to go.
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He misses with that straight left. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Punch, counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
I love that jab slip.
Stick him on the end of the jab and then start gathering your pace and win this.
Beautiful, that's it. Start sticking in a few body shots in there. There it is.
Here we go in round four. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
A judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. Couldn't land that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. A perfect counter lands. Nice punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Right? It's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it.
Doing the gap.
I can't believe it. They are giving up. And that is that. They surrender. This is over.